Children, children, children. Oh, yes. Children, Jesus loves me. Oh, yes. Children. Yes. Children. Yes. Children. Jesus loves me.
So I'm here in northern Nigeria where Christians have been suffering a lot for their faith. We're in an IDP camp today which looks after young people. IDP means internally displaced persons. And we're here with Benjamin Kwashi, who's the Archbishop for the Anglican Diocese of Jos. What I'd like to know now is how Christians have been suffering in Nigeria, particularly in the last months, the last 12 months.
There has been a roller coaster of persecution. The Boko Haram in the last 12 months have succeeded in uprooting the Christians in the most parts of the northeast of Nigeria. But then another wave of persecution emerged by the Fulani herdsmen. Villager farmers were sleeping at night and 500 of them were killed, 200 are killed, 20, 16, 20 children, all killed at night. So there was no clash. People were simply being killed. Christians will be killed, but the houses of Muslims will not be touched. The houses of Fulani Muslims will not be touched, and the Fulani will still be there, but the Christians have all fled. From what they are doing, it shows that they have some form of Islamic agenda behind what they do. They are not attacking Muslim houses or Muslim Fulani houses, but they definitely are wiping out Christians and Christian farmers and their farmlands.
How can you help us to understand what's happening in these days in Nigeria?
Yeah, what is happening in Nigeria, I would describe it as the peak of persecution on Christians. It all began with two terrorist communities, organizations, Boko Haram from Northeast, and then the Fulani militant groups who know the nooks and corners of the minority ethnic people in northern Nigeria.
Religion is playing an important part in the many violent attacks against Christians. This is a church that was destroyed and now is being rebuilt.
There is a religion influence. A Muslim house, they will never tamper with. But any house that belongs to Christian, these are the houses that they normally destroy.
They attack mostly Christian, where Christian dominated areas, dominated area of Christian. That is why you see they burn our churches.
So Ben, are you fearful or optimistic for Christians in Nigeria?
So I have no fear as to who will wipe out Christians in northern Nigeria or in Nigeria as a whole. I don't have a fear about that at all. I am absolutely confident in God that even if they killed all the 50 million or more Christians in Nigeria, the gospel will still thrive. If I die, I'll go to be with the Lord. But before I die, I will train many more people to do good, not to render evil for evil, but to invest their lives in the gospel and to lay down their lives for the gospel to save one life.
So what would you like us to pray for the most?
I am asking God that out of these ashes will rise a wave of an uncommon, unseen revival, because so much blood has been spilled on our land of Christians, churches destroyed. I like to see a revival that will sweep over Nigeria and indeed all over Africa and take back the gospel to Europe and to America. Pray most of all that the Christians going through these sufferings, out of our sufferings will come out the kind of Christian faith that will be admired both on earth and in heaven, depicting the love of Jesus Christ, fervent in preaching the gospel and living the gospel, and investing everything God has given to us in the mission of the gospel of Christ. That's our prayer request.